We just gonna start off. Your journey in pursuing basketball started later on in your career. So I understand you started in 11th grade, which is apparently young to do pro basketball, which I didn't know that. Um, and so when did you kind of realize like you had a gift for playing ball?
Uh, Honestly, I would say 11th grade. Like that's when I actually made a team. Um, I didn't have skill. I just had just pure athleticism. And senior year, that's when I started to develop skill, and that's when I realized like hard work would definitely get you over that edge. And then that's when like I really got obsessed with just getting better. And at that point, that's when I knew I'm like I gotta give regardless. If I'm not naturally blessed, then I'm gonna work to be blessed. So either way, I'm gonna be blessed. So
That's good. And I understand that, your trajectory, like it kind of changed. You were playing, you had offers, you went to college, and then you got a foot injury. So, how did that moment and that injury in your life kind of shift your mindset into regards to your next steps?
um really it was just more so just like a eye opener that like basketball can stop at any time. Like you can have an injury you can have an injury getting out of your bed and it can be over with, as well as having an injury on the court. So it definitely humbled me and opened my eyes to where like that gave me the mindset of like I need to have just a backup plan after a backup plan type thing.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, like you said, you just never know what could happen. And I believe in that moment. Like I used to play basketball. Now I was not no pro, okay? That was never in the cards for me. I saw a lot of my teammates, get these injuries and they were just done. It was done for them. Shifting from trying to pursue a career in pro ball, you then transitioned onto a D1 ball team and you played semi-pro. So how was that experience? How were you kind of like scouted? What was the kind of the steps to that?
So originally I was playing with a semi-pro team called the Heartland Proud. Like it wasn't paid or anything like that. It was pretty much um, it was a team with like a lot of overseas and just high caliber guys would come like during their off season and they'll play, stay in shape and stuff like that and go play other teams. And I had like a breakout game like with all those great players. Like it was one game I had like 35 against a very good team out of Miami that had like a lot of pros and stuff like that. And it was a scout there from the Jacksonville Giants, a ABA team that does pay. And they told me, we'd like for you to come to, pretty much like a workout. Obviously, you'll have to travel up there on your own dime and all that stuff like that. So, I was like, when can I come out? So I went out there. Literally, the workout was in like a warehouse. It was a warehouse and a basketball goal. It was no like AC, no nothing. So like it was a lot of adversity. Definitely I was glad I was in shape. I was put through like numerous amount of drills and stuff like that. I did like very well. And coach was like, yeah, we want to see you back. So I went home, telling everybody, oh, I made it, blah, 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 blah. What I didn't know is it's still another step before you're actually signed to the team, which you have to go to a camp. They call it vet camp. And it's like 400 people, players, and you compete for like 6 or 7 spots maybe because they have returners. So like that was very eye opening, and that definitely embraced the grind. I knew what I had to do, and I got it done.
Yeah, that's what's up. See, this is why I did not continue basketball because I was not built for this. I was not built for that life. Oh my gosh. Like I commend people that are athletes because y'all really do have a sense of a go-getter attitude, but also this sense of just determination. And
Mm-hmm.
with your situation, I mean, you had a whole injury, but you were like, okay, the injury is not going to stop me from my goals, and you still push forward. So I commend you on that, man. Because
I definitely appreciate it.
and so now I understand, Desert, you have 4 kids. So
Mm-hmm.
how are you balancing being a father and pursuing your own dreams?
Just being completely honest, it's tough at times um, because your family needs a certain amount of time, your job needs a certain amount of time, and then the extra stuff needs a certain amount of time. And if you're not paying attention, you can lose track of family time, which is very important. And I was one of those, guys like, my job is this. I got to do this. I want this amount of views. Maybe I want this acting role, but you got to take care of home first. And I had to learn that. Like it's very tough. That's probably the hardest part of what I do is just balancing out, quality time, work time. What if I want to go? Like I like to fish. What if I want to like me time, like all that stuff like that. So being able to just to balance it is pretty tough, but it's definitely worth it.
Yeah, that balance is something, we all still kind of trying to figure out. And I can only imagine having kids in the equation, how it is.
Yeah, they have school. When I travel, a lot of times they want to go, but they can't because they have school. So, talk to them on the phone, and usually like the kids, they're mama's boys and girls, but they're also daddy's boys and girls. So, they be sad when I leave and stuff like that. But they also love to watch me on the TV or see me doing something like that. Like when I did an interview with Bay News 9, they came and did an interview, and my kids were actually at the park and they were playing basketball. So when they seen themselves on the TV, like they just lost it. Like they went to school, told all the teachers to turn it on, and so just being an inspiration for them and just a role model and just showing them like teaching them early, like it just don't have to be, oh, I want to go, I'm gonna go to the NBA. Like that just don't have to be your only option because there's definitely plenty of things you can do with basketball that isn't, playing professionally, but still, you can make a great income off of it.
I agree with you. And you actually just segued into my next question. So I see you do a lot of YouTube videos. I mean, reactions, just playing ball. So would you consider yourself a social media basketball influencer? Is that a thing?
I think so. I feel like with me and a lot of guys now in the realm that we're in, it was a lot of guys that they were basketball players, they were good at basketball, instead of like you being a content creator and you just play basketball because that's the realm that you're in. So I feel like I just moved into that realm. Honestly, it was a little hard to adjust because being a content creator, you have to be entertaining. Like in my opinion, I wouldn't even say opinion, like it's just facts. You have to be entertaining with anything that you do to get the viewership that you want. So no matter how good you are, you just have to be entertaining. Being good and entertaining, that's a bonus. But it was definitely hard going from, just, you know, hooping and playing to entertain and playing because, you want to meet that quota and get that certain amount of views.
So your career kind of took off. I know the pandemic kind of shifted things a little bit, but you took that time to spearhead forward, and you were a motion cap actor for the NBA 2K24. What does that even mean? Like, what do you even?
Okay, so like motion capture is just pretty much movement. So like they hook all these like rings and bells up on you and all that, and you literally like any movements that you're gonna see in the game that you have been seeing in the game is from an actual human, like a person. So sometimes they have the actual NBA players, like depending on how big they are and brand and stuff like that, they'll have them doing their own. But if it's like somebody, somebody that don't get like, not no disrespect, like somebody that isn't like that big in the NBA but still an NBA player, they use mocap like people. So they called me up, like we was doing like like dunks and dribble moves and defensive concepts and stuff like that. So it's really cool, like to know like when that game do come out, like I will be able to know like, dang, that was me. I did that move right there. Oh, I did that dribble move. That was my jump shot, stuff like that. So it's definitely interesting. I didn't know before like a couple years ago, I didn't know that was the way that they did it. I thought it was just all computerized, but it's dope. It's life changing for sure.
And see, I didn't even know it was computerized. I'm thinking these players are coming in, they're just analyzing. I am just like astonished. I saw your picture and I was like, what?
Yeah. So like you literally have to wear that the whole time because all those little stickers, they picks up on all your body movements. So whether you're dancing or even if you fall and whatever you're doing, they pick up every like piece of your body. And they're looking at it's like 15,000 screens around you, and it's like a whole bunch of people around you just monitoring everything. And then they'll tell you like you got to do like each thing you do probably like 5 or 6 times. It's a little workout. You got to be in shape. It's a workout.
So were you kind of nervous? I mean, you have all those cords and you're like dunking and stuff. Were you scared you were gonna get hurt?
I wasn't. They make you very comfortable. Like they take care of you. Everybody was nice. Everybody I ran into, even like the guy that reached out initially, he was very nice. So I felt at home. Like, I was very comfortable. You know, we were joking around, but you know, we were still getting our job done. I did. It was like 5 hours, 5 or 6 hours.
My brother, that's crazy.
Yeah, I go back up there closer to like the end of this year. So
Okay.
that's when they're gonna start like fully like doing like the dunk packages and stuff like that. So potentially I have my own dunk package on there. So you'll see a dunk package and it'll say Duke Skywalka dunk package on it. So
That is
that'll be
so
dope.
dope. Oh my gosh. Would have never known.
Never known.
So, dude, we gotta shift gears here. I mean, you were asked to be in the reboot as an extra originally, in the popular 1990s film White Man Can't Jump.
Mm.
But you actually impressed the cast and crew so much that you ended up being like a pivotal character in one of the scenes. So I know you can't give us too much details with the movie out in May, but you got to give me a little something. Like, what can viewers kind of expect from the scene that you're in?
Um, it's a very dramatized scene with what goes on like in the scene. Like Jack Harlow and Sinqua Walls, they're great actors. So like I feel like that scene is like a turning point for the movie and just like their relationship and stuff like that. Um, but like as of with my role, I was working alongside Zach Steiner. He played in Euphoria. He a real good dude. So I was working with him. I was nervous at first, and then like just everybody like I'm not expecting like a guy like Jack Harlow just to treat me like a guy like that he's known for years, and it was basically that. Like we were watching like the NBA playoffs on his phone, like, like we got a break and stuff like that. So that was definitely dope, and they let me be me. Like they were just like they gave me like my script, but it was like be you. So like I had my necklace on. They was like they didn't cover up any of my tattoos or anything like that. They were like, we love your tattoos, just be you. So I'm excited to see it. Like I haven't seen the scene yet. So
Oh,
like when it debuted May 19th, that's gonna be my first time seeing it as well. But I mean, I talked to the director, Cal Maddock, and he said it's gonna be dope.
that's what's up. And so you say you worked with I mean the cast is like Tiana Taylor, Jack Harlow, Lance Reddick. How was that experience? I mean, Lance alone is a phenomenal person to probably work with. And Tiana Taylor, I mean, she's Tiana Taylor. Like, so what were some of your experiences on set and just working with crew?
When I first got like we were walking over and it was like you're gonna be upgraded and all that. I still don't understand. They started explaining it when they took me over to like I went from being an extra where you got to stay in this little base camp, like pretty much like outside to where like I have my own little like RV with AC and a bathroom and all that stuff like that. And I went. They were like, yeah, you can go to lunch. I go, it was filmed at Venice Beach. So I'm walking down the strip looking for something to eat, and you just see Tiana Taylor just strolling with her dog, just so casual. And I'm like, bro, there's no way. So I got like a picture with her and stuff like that. I'm just like, that's crazy. And she was just so cool, like just like a cool person. Um, I couldn't post, I haven't posted like the pictures and nothing like that because like with stuff like that, we have to wait until the movie come out. But nah, just me, her, Sinqua. I watched Sinqua when he was on Power. So it's like just meeting him, I'm like, man. And like everybody was just like so genuine and just cool. Cause like from outside looking in, you hear, actors are prima donnas and all this. No, they treated me like I was one of them. Like everything was just, regular.
That's so good. And this movie is a 90s classic. I mean, pivotal people from the OGs, Wesley Snipes, Woody, Kadeem. So, how do you think this reboot will be kind of received by audiences in this new generation?
Uh I feel like it'll be received very good because it's like the OG one, but it's during our time. So, they didn't try to redo it like in like if it was in like, the 1990s or whatever. They redid like this now. So definitely that. What I can say is every like spot, like court that they played at in the last White Man Can't Jump, they reshot it the same ones. So like the court in Watts, Venice Beach, all that stuff like that. So um I think it's gonna be very dope. Jack Harlow, he's hilarious. that guy's funny. He's hilarious. So definitely, I feel like everybody's gonna be laughing. They're gonna be on their toes. Like it got a little bit of everything in it. I feel like.
So the last question is, man, what's next for you? I mean, you're entering the acting scene now. You got that on your little resume. You got basketball. You got motion cap. Like, where are we going? What's in the cards for your future?
We're in me and my manager are actually in the middle of like looking for agencies, like an agency I can work with for acting as well as modeling. I'm supposed to be playing in the Crew League. I don't know if you know what that is, the Crew League, like the TV series, but it's like the rappers basketball league, like for 250K.
I haven't
I
heard
played, yeah, it's called the Crew League. You should look it up. I played in it last year. I was on YK Osiris team. Chris Brown team win like every year.
Look,
But
okay.
yeah, like he's a cool dude too. Like Chris Brown, like I've sat down and talked to him, and like he's just gonna throw knowledge at you, just gems. But yeah, just doing that again because that goes on my acting resume as well. Cause I didn't know it was like technically a TV show. So doing that, obviously looking for more roles. I want to just venture my role from just being a basketball player to like a full around actor. So that's more roles than just, holding myself to just, it got to be a basketball player role. So probably taking like some improv classes possibly and just growing my brand even more. I got some merch coming out. A kid, like my daughter, we finna drop a kids line for her. And then just building their social medias because like now like it's so easy. Not easy, but like that's the wave, like building their Instagrams and TikToks. Once they go viral once or two times, the brand deals start rolling in and stuff like that. So that's where. Oh, and just get my kids just better in basketball. They love basketball, so they love to go out there and work out and shoot and stuff like that. So that's what my focus is right now.
Well, my man, you are well on your way to success. This interview has been amazing. I learned something new about motion cap. I'm just not over that. I have to go research because that just really blew my mind.
Yeah.
That's just crazy. But dude, this was amazing. I can't wait to see the movie. I can't wait to see your role. And I just can't wait to see your success, man. And I heard you got a brand, so I'll be expecting a t-shirt.
Oh, for sure. It's coming your way, for sure.
But thank you so much for today. This was great.
No, thank you for the opportunity, definitely.